As you engage in this business, one of the first things that's a challenge in your early days is that first time that someone says to you, wow, that sounds interesting, tell me more. And you sit there like a deer in headlights wondering, oh no, what do I say now? Well, we want to make sure that you're not a deer in headlights, but that you understand what to say next. Understanding that conversation, you want to have your own expressions to say. Don't sound scripted, don't sound pre-cut. People are going to connect with you, connect back with them. They want to understand that you're being honest with them. If you sound too scripted or too rehearsed or too practiced, it's not honest. So my keys to engaging in this conversation, first of all, are be honest, be excited, and don't feel like you have to know everything. As you engage in this, again, remember that this is a power of duplication. What people see that you do, they're going to feel they have to be able to do themselves. If you know everything there is to know about the product and you know every little minute detail and you overwhelm them with information, you know what they're sitting there thinking? I have to know all of that information in order to do this. It's a really cool product, but I don't know if I have time to learn all of that. Don't overwhelm people. They just need to understand the basic fundamentals, as do you. You'll gain more knowledge over time, and it'll be really hard to hold that knowledge back sometimes. But remember not to overwhelm people. And remember that what they see you do, they're going to then feel like that's something that they have to do. So keep it real, keep it personal, keep it light. I do a lot of training in terms of teaching people how to do presentations. And one of the things that I teach them when I'm doing that is that when you're on stage, don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to use your common vocabulary. People feel like if they're on stage, they have to make a perfect presentation with perfect grammar and always everything's got to be perfect. But that's perfect is boring. People like real. So those are my key pointers to you as you do that. But now I want to walk you through kind of a step-by-step approach to how you engage in that conversation. As they say, wow, yeah, I'm interested, tell me more. The first step is you make it personal. Again, this answer is going to be based on your experience, but should I be asked the question, wow, tell me more? The first thing that I would do is tell them what this business has done for me. I would say something like, you know what, this has been the most exciting thing my family's ever engaged in. I am now working full-time at doing this business, and it has been fun, it has been invigorating. I feel like I'm alive again. It is just awesome. So I would make it personal. I'd make sure that they know what it's doing for me. The second thing I would do is then make sure that the business and the product are personal to me. So again, I would lead off of what it has done for me right into what the product has done for me. And you know what? I decided to engage in this product because I tested the product that my friend brought over to me. I saved 4 miles to the gallon in my minivan. As a soccer mom that's driving all over the place with my kids, that's hugely valuable to me. We tried this product in both our van and our truck. Both vehicles saw about a 4 to 5 miles to the gallon increase, and for our family, that translated into $60 to $80 a month, depending on the number of times we fill up. I was ecstatic. That's why I'm engaging in this, is because I know what that savings did for me, and I know what that savings can do for others. So again, you took that opportunity to make it personal. You talked about what the business is doing for you personally. You talk about what the product does for you personally. The next thing you're going to do in your conversation is then make it credible. So you lead from what it did for you, wow, this is what it was doing for me, right into the market size and opportunity. You might say something like, you know, I just realized after I used this product that there are millions of people driving cars and millions of people using fuel and millions of people that want to save money on their fuel. The market opportunity is huge. And not only is the size huge, but this product attracts a demographic that ranges all the way from 16-year-olds to 80-year-olds. Anybody who's driving a car and paying for their gas, this product is attractive to. So the market size and pure opportunity make it something relevant. Lend on the credibility of the economic situation. Right now, the economy couldn't be in a better place for people to need to find a way to create a supplemental income or create control over their income. The downsizing and unemployment rates are massive. They're affecting people's lives in dramatic ways. What if there was a way for them to take control of their income? What if there was a way to take control of their employment? I found this way in this company. That's why I'm engaging. You can also talk about the product itself in terms of its credibility. You might say something like, there are other products on the market that have been designed for this, but I've noticed that they've just recently come out. They saw a need with high gas prices, and so they just created a product. But this product's been used for over 14 years in the industrial industry. People have been using it with success for years, and for the first time ever, it's being brought to the consumer market, and we have the exclusive right to sell it. That's why I'm excited about this company and the opportunity. So now you've made it personal. You've built the credibility up to it. And the final thing that you want to do is actually take it now from information to a sense of urgency for them to engage. And now, so you might say something like, we are in at the very beginning of this company. Company hasn't even launched yet. But we are building fast, and people are coming in. You know what? I would say something like this, because this has truly happened to me. But I would say, I talked to my brother-in-law, and he was going to sign up in this business. Well, he did sign up 2 weeks later, but he missed out on 14 people being underneath of him because of those 2 weeks that he waited. Our team is growing fast. We're looking for good partners to join us, and everybody who gets in early and gets in fast is having the opportunity for the growth to happen underneath of them, and not for them to happen underneath of the growth. That creates a feeling of urgency and makes them realize that if they're going to want to make a decision sooner rather than later. Remember that what you want to do is engage them and pique their curiosity. Get them to ask you more questions. Allow them the opportunity to ask you more questions. Engage them in the conversation. The worst thing you can do is just ramble for a quick 10 minutes and then sit back and say, okay, what do you think? Engage them with each section of that. Again, you made it personal. You talked about the benefits to your life of the business, the benefits of your product, of your life from the product. Allow them to respond to that. Find out what they're looking for. As you say, this has created a supplemental income opportunity for me. Could you use a supplemental income opportunity? Make sure to position questions back to them. Talk to them and say, if you had ever thought right now about starting your own company and capitalizing on a market trend, what would be one of those top 3 things you'd want to capitalize on? Price of gas, right? Well, we have a product that capitalizes on the price of gas. Engage them in the conversation, pique their curiosity, but don't overwhelm them with information. And then after you've made it credible by talking about market size, market opportunity, again, create that sense of urgency. And you don't want to make them feel like they have to sign on the dotted line right that second. Pretty close, but not right that second. Just create that feeling of urgency so that they recognize there isn't time for them to sit around and twiddle their thumbs for 3 weeks. One thing as you're closing conversations that we've faced quite a bit is people will say, well, I'll try the product for myself, and if it works, I'll be interested in engaging. But you know what we found is it's as simple as this. Try the product yourself and have other people trying it around with you, because you don't have those 4 weeks to waste. 4 weeks from now, and you could be way underneath of a lot of people. So you're going to want to engage now. Try it at the same time as your other people. I'll give you a sample to start using it immediately while you wait for your package to come in the mail. This approach works because the reality is, if you were to go to somebody again, use an example in the normal marketplace. If you were to go to somebody and say, I use this really great product, and it took the stain right out of my carpet, they're not going to say, well, I'd like to borrow that first, use it on a stain in my carpet, and then if it works, I'm going to go buy it from the grocery store. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to go buy it from the store and try to get the stain out of their carpet because it worked for you. That's the power of network marketing, is personal experience. They're not hearing it from an advertisement on the television that may or may not be accurate. They're hearing it from you. Allow them to rely on your experience with the product. And again, use that money-back guarantee to provide the credibility. If for any reason this product didn't work for you the way it worked for me, the company offers a 100% money-back guarantee, because that's how confident we are in this product, and the product does work. It's a great lead-in. It's a great way to follow up. Again, keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Make it personal. Build the credibility, and leave with a sense of urgency. Be honest, be excited, and be you, and that's how you follow up in that conversation.